We'll go ahead and get started. We're pleased to be joined by several of our top qualifiers for today's Firestone Fast 6 for tomorrow's Toyota Grand Prix of Long Beach.
That means a lot. I remember qualifying next to TK about 50 years ago here. He qualified so yeah, it's nice to get involved, particularly after the tough season we've had. You know, Barber qualifying was really a low point. Barber race car was very good. Unfortunately, we had a mechanical failure, but the Barber car in qualifying, we really struggled. So to turn it around today, I've got to take my hat off to everybody, the target team, the hard work they did, and I really got the most out of it there. That last lap, just you know, through caution for the wind in a couple of places, and just got it. So feels good, especially with the field as tight as it is. You know, and it was nice for Honda to get a pole here too.
Well, it definitely stings a bit. You know, I lost out on the pole here to Will a couple years ago by probably the same amount, half a tenth. When you come back to the pit lane, you think about a half a tenth. You could put that together anywhere in your head. So it's pretty frustrating to miss it by that much. But with that said, tomorrow's the only day that counts, and you know, it's a good spot to start in. So we're pretty happy with it. Just really happy with the team. Every time I head out on track, they give me a great car, you know, in that DHL Sundraft Chevy. So very pleased with that. We're progressing, and hopefully tomorrow we'll come out with a better race car and make it a great show for everybody.
Yeah, it was good, obviously, to get to the Fast 6. I mean, just how close everything is at the moment. You know, we got caught out on that at the end there. Tim came over the radio and said that you know, you're better going to make one more lap. I thought he meant fuel, not time, but time. So I got started on my last lap and just checked the flag. So, but still, I'm happy with third. It's definitely a good starting position, and you know, let's look for a good, solid race again tomorrow.
It was a pretty exciting qualifying. We had a little struggle the P3 to get the balance right. But we know that everybody's so close, and it's just a matter of the balance to shifting to the well accommodated for the Bridgestone, obviously red tire for the qualifying, and we did. I think we were ticked. Maybe it's not enough the speed to get on front rows, but I think it's the team done a tremendous job to prepare the car. And with us in the fourth race and the qualifiers, it's obviously best start for me to the Long Beach, and certainly it looks like having a strong weekend, so I'm very pleased about that.
Yeah, I knew it would be very close, obviously, from you know, the times we'd set practice. The 10th lost you know, 4 or 5 spots, so it had to be a good one, and you know, it was enough for Q1 and Q2. It was a pretty good one. I thought we'd have a bit more in Q3, but yeah, just tire pressure just went a little bit too high, sliding around a bit, but happy, you know, I suppose if I said you can start 5th before we came to this weekend, you've got to be fairly happy, I suppose, not being able to drive the first 2 races. So, yeah, happy, and obviously thankful for the opportunity from the Ray Hill team and Blue Six. All in all, 5th is a pretty good day.
Then we made some adjustments and improved quite a lot, but we still have some issues in the second and third one. We just decided to make a lot of changes and throw everything there. And again, it's just a shame. I felt that I have a better car than the top 6. I'm not complaining, but I just want to be a little bit further forward with our club and Turbo. So, which by the way, reminds me of Turbo the movie, September 17th, July 17th. Get it right. July 17th. So it's a great movie, but. We're excited. At least top 6 is great. We keep it up with the speeds, and tomorrow's going to be an exciting race.
Yeah, it was. You know, I guess at St. Pete it was a little more apparent that Chevy had the first step out of the gate, but at Barber, you know, I could tell that having run with some of the Hondas and showing how fast Dixon was there at the end, it seemed to be a pretty close match at Barber, and then obviously here as well. So, as expected. You know, this is going to be how it is all year. We're going to have some surprises here and there, I'm sure, where one will outperform the other, but for the most part, as tight as it is now, this is, it's a little bit ridiculous at times, you know, just trying to get the speed out of the car, because you're, like Dario said, throwing caution to the wind. You have to absolutely risk everything just to get that last little bit out of the car. It's that close, so It's enjoyable though, it's fun, stressful for sure.
Well, that worked today. I don't like to kind of to throw the car out, but this one I'm finding you have to do that more and more. So I'm definitely going more in that direction. But when the car is good, I can throw it around. When the car is like we had maybe in St. Pete qualifying, that just wasn't an option, or certainly Barber qualifying. So when the car is good, you can throw it around. In the race, and Barber was throwing it around a little bit more. But you know, I spent a good few years with Jackie Stewart teaching me, and I got my knuckles wrapped for some of the slides I was pulling today. But it seems to work. It's fractions of a second. I mean, literally, if you look at the Barber qualifying, you know, a couple of tenths would have got us through. That's it. You know, it's one mistake at one corner. And the depth of the field right now is as good as I've ever seen it. And I was lucky enough, as Elio was, to race in the late 90s against some of the best ever, I think. And it's bloody hard work. I remember Mid-Ohio last year was 1/10 between the whole top six. 1/10 of a second. It's madness. So it's it certainly keeps things interesting.